What's good, everybody? It's your boy Goat back in the building, back another one, right into this thing. Hey man, the Los Angeles Lakers took a huge loss today. They played very poorly, not only on defense but offense. They didn't play well at all at any facets of the ball game. They played very sloppy, a lot of turnovers, a lot of bad defense of plays. Not terrible shot selection, not only from three. They didn't attack the basket enough. Didn't play aggressive. Didn't attack the rebounds. We got boxed out tonight. We got shut down. I thought it would be a blowout, but it wasn't. We got beat by quite a bit in this game. THT played bad. The whole team played non-inspired basketball. We allowed the Knicks to not only out-hustle us, but out-tough us, outsmart us, and outthink us on the court. And that's not good basketball. Our defense was atrocious. We had a bad game plan tonight. Make sure you hit the subscribe button, the like button. I'm going to get right into this thing. Hold on.
It'll be a much tougher game, like I told you guys pre-game, due to the fact that New York doesn't have an ego and they play hard for Tom Thibodeau. And we see now why they're a legitimate team out in the East. But Lakers, where it was a tale of two halves. Yes, the first half we played good, but still we didn't play great because
we did play good in the first half, but we crumbled in the second half. Second half, we gave the game away. This game was close. At the halftime, we was down a few points. But I don't know what happened from the first half to the second half. In the second half, we didn't get the same effort as the first half. And that's very bad by this team. We didn't make enough shots. We didn't play enough defense like we did in the first half and the second half. And it's sad to see. The shot selection was terrible from not only KCP, but THT. And I said it in my pregame. In my pregame, I said we hit a lot of threes last game, but I don't want us to get 3-point happy, because when you get 3-point happy, you fall into a trap. You know what I'm saying? So I already knew that the Lakers were going to come out here and think they're going to hit the same shots they hit against Brooklyn. The shots we got against Brooklyn were quality shots. You know what I'm saying? But if the 3-point shot ain't falling, you got to change up what you're doing. Drop to the rack. Draw a foul. I thought the Lakers were not aggressive, taking too many jump shots. Just because we made threes last game does not mean we was going to make them this game. So that's on Frank Vogel for not making the proper adjustments for this team.
Turn the ball over too much, but we were only down 3 points. Second half came out very sloppy. The rotations were off.
The rotations were terrible.
Got outworked. We got killed by Julius Randle, who has turned into an absolute stud. Even Taj Gibson outplayed the heck out of Montrezl Harrell. That was unexpected.
Yeah, Julius Randle and Taj Gibson both outplayed us.
So it's just overall, man, we just got spanked, and we got humbled a little bit after that win versus the Brooklyn Nets. But that's okay. That's okay. I expected this to be a tough game to win. I wasn't like the casual fans that were saying it's going to be easy to win this game. No, this is a tough game. Now, Vogel did make some very questionable calls this game. She said, "This is on Vogel. How you got Trez getting worked while Mark is on the bench?" Yes, I've been clamoring,
and that's big facts. Montrez should have not been in the game as long as he was today. Today we could have played Marcus and gave him a few minutes. You know what I'm saying, in this game. But Frank Vogel continued to play Montrez, and it wasn't working. If I see a player is getting cooked, right, I need to pull them out and bring somebody else in the game. So Frank should have took out Montrez and then brought in Marcus Gasol, because Montrez was getting barbecue chicken. So why you didn't pull him out and bring Marcus Gasol in?
For more minutes for Marcus off the bench for size purposes, I agree. This was definitely one of the worst Montrezl Harrell days. I'm not going to be too hard on him, though, because he's been spectacular all season long. But this was not his night. And that's when you're right. Coach has to step up and make the proper rotation moves as well.
Like I've said time and time again, Frank Vogel's being too nice on that sideline. Frank has to do a better job of being consistent. Frank is inconsistent. The last game, he made adjustments. This game, he made no adjustments.
In the first half, Ben McLemore was off shooting. And all of a sudden, he hit a three, and then he had a nice pass to Dennis. And then very next timeout, coach yanks him out of the game. I don't understand.
Yep, and that's bad coaching by Frank Vogel. Frank only plays you if you're playing like trash. If a player's playing well, let him play. If you see a guy is hot, let him keep playing. But Frank Vogel continues to make bad coaching decisions. Sometimes before the game, sometimes in the game, sometimes after the game. The way that he coached his team tonight was very terrible. You know what I'm saying? If you got Ben McLemore lights out, why take him out for somebody else who's ice cold? KCP should have been benched. THT should have been benched. They should have had different guys to see what they can bring to the table. That's a fact. And I believe Marcus Gasol would have bothered Taj Gibson and Julius Randle more than Montrez. Because Marcus Gasol is bigger and he's taller.
Stand this momentum killing strategy. You have to ride the hot hand. Now, Ben McLemore just told us
Frank knows nothing about riding the hot hand, nor does he know about coaching offense and being consistent.
That all he needs is to see the ball go in the hoop one time and he gets hot. Well, he killed that by benching him immediately. So,
Frank Vogel kills guys' confidence. He kills guys a lot. You know, in the first half, you know, guys were playing well, but when you start benching people when they're playing well, you hurt their confidence. And that's a fact. If I hit 5 threes in a row and you bench me, now I'm ice cold. You know?
It was all bad. You know, I was not happy that Wesley Matthews took all of Ben McLemore's minutes. That shouldn't have happened.
And that's a big mistake by Frank Vogel, is that Wesley Matthews is coming off a leg injury or some kind of injury. Wesley Matthews should have not been taking so many minutes. I think Wes Matthews should play less time. They should play Ben McLemore more than Wes Matthews. So now it makes me wonder, if Wes Matthews had played last game, would we have still won? That's my question. But I think that Frank needs to make an adjustment. If Ben McLemore's playing better than Wes Matthews, why would you mess up Ben McLemore's flow and put in Wes Matthews? Wes Matthews needs to get benched. The next game, Wes Matthews needs to be benched. And KCP.
It is what it is. Look, we lose this game. We got another one coming up tomorrow. We got to flush this one down the toilet. It was just bad matchup purposes. Again, credit to the Knicks. They really turned us over, and they did. They did an amazing job on the defensive end. They sped us up. They slowed us down when they wanted. They did everything. They took Andre Drummond out of the game offensively. As a result, we didn't have a half-court set.
And that's big facts. The Knicks did take Andre Drummond out of the game because Andre Drummond was not able to be a big factor like he usually is. But it's all Andre Drummond, too. You know, Andre Drummond, he allowed himself to be shut down. You know, the only one that could stop you is you. You know what I'm saying? If I want to get a rebound, you ain't stopping me. But Drummond came in the game tonight. He played soft. He played weak. He didn't give his best on the court. You know what I'm saying? Because I can tell you right now, if I was playing against the Knicks, you ain't stopping me. I don't care who I'm playing against. If I want to get that rebound, I'm going to get the rebound. Rebounding, defense, and shooting is a mentality thing. You know what I'm saying? It don't matter who's in front of you. If you want something bad enough, can't nobody fuck with you. You know what I'm saying? Like, for example, if I want to go to college, nobody can stop me but me. You know what I'm saying? If you want to do something in life, can't nobody stop you but you. And Andre Drummond allowed the Knicks to stop him. The one thing I know, Andre Drummond did not want it tonight. He didn't want it. He didn't come with heart, passion. He didn't bring that dog mentality to the game. He didn't bring it. And that's on Frank Vogel for not bringing it. It's not, Frank being too nice to Andre Drummond. I will tell his ass, get your big ass in the paint, get the fucking rebound. But Andre played soft. The whole team played soft today. Not just Drummond.
Last game, we ran our stuff through Andre, and then Andre was getting shooters involved and vice versa. But as a result, I thought Thibodeau did an excellent job defensively. They took Drummond.
This ain't about Tom Thibodeau, whatever his name is. Basketball is mentality. Fuck the goddamn coach. I don't care what the coach does. I don't care what the coach game plan is. And then, like a fan, I agree with what you're saying right now. Oh, Tom Thibodeau did this and did that. Fuck Tom Thibodeau. If I want to fucking score the basketball, I don't care what defense you put on me. If I want to get a bucket, I'm going to get a bucket. If I want to get to the rack, I'm going to get to the rack. If I want to hit jumpers, I'm going to hit jumpers. If I want to rebound, I'm going to rebound. This ain't about Tom Thibodeau. This is about having the mentality to do it, to go out there and execute it. I've played against a lot of great defenders, and I've been able to get to the basket and score at will. You know what I'm saying? Scoring the basketball is a mentality. I'm tired of people saying, "Oh, well, coach, he stopped this guy." No, fuck that. You can rebound the basketball. It's a matter of how bad you want it. Life's about how bad you want it. And these guys tonight, Caruso, THG, Kuzma, Drummond, Montrez, they did not want it. Basketball is a mentality thing. Playing defense, everything you do is mentality. And they came out tonight, they came out flat.
Out, and they forced him to be more of a facilitator. Guys didn't knock down the shots. Game over. It's that simple. And then again,
nobody can force it. Hold on, Dan. Once again, nobody can force you to be a facilitator. Andre Drummond chose to facilitate instead of being aggressive, attacking the boards, attacking the basket. Nobody can't force me to not get rebounds. Nobody can force me to do nothing on the court if I don't want to do that. If I want to get to the basket, you can't force me from the basket. You can't force me not to take jumpers. You can't force me not to score 30. You know what I'm saying? Nobody forced Drummond to do anything but himself. Drummond allowed them to force him. Instead of Drummond being aggressive, attacking the paint, he allowed those guys to force him out of his comfort zone. If I'm known as a scorer, I'm not going to start making passes trying to get assists. Drummond had one job. Drummond's job is to rebound, defend, and score in the post. And you decided to make passes to the three-point line. That's bullshit. You a big man. Fuck the passing shit. Your job is not to facilitate, motherfucker. Your job is to get in the paint, get boards, get dunks, and putbacks. Period.
Dennis Schroder was great in the first half again tonight. Second half, he disappeared kind of. I felt like he was trying to do too much. It was out of control. Getting blocked, turning the ball over. Didn't even make the proper lob. I don't know if Dennis is allergic to lob passes, but he never makes the proper reads, man.
And that's on Dennis Schroder. Dennis Schroder has to realize that, hey, whenever you call for a pick in the big man role, you throw him the lob. You always throw the big man the lob pass. That's the one thing in basketball. And Frank Vogel needs to get on Dennis Schroder about throwing that weak-ass bounce pass or wraparound pass. Dennis Schroder, if I was the head coach, when I go to practice, I would have Dennis Schroder run the same play 40 fucking times. Pick, lob, pick, lob. You know what I'm saying? This is on Frank Vogel, not making that a thing with Dennis Schroder. If I'm a head coach, if I see a player is struggling with something, I'm going to teach them it in practice. When I have practice, I'm gonna teach you what you need to fucking do. If you need to if you are a bad passer, I'm gonna make you pass the whole fucking practice. The whole practice gonna be about fucking passing. KCP is shooting fucking bricks. I would have KCP do a 4-hour, 5-6 hour shoot around. I'll make KCP shoot jumpers all fucking night until he make 500 of them bitches. That's a fact. You know what I'm saying? I'll make all these guys take 100 fucking shots, and you better make all 100. You don't make 100, you get fucking bench. Case closed. If I see you out here turn the ball over, I'm gonna work on your turnovers. If I see you're not rebounding well, I'm gonna give you advice on how to be a better rebounder. If I see you're not playing defense, I'm gonna show you how to play defense. I'm gonna teach you defense. Make you better on defense. And that's what Frank's not doing. KCP shooting bricks, make his ass shoot 100 fucking jump shots every fucking day till he get his bitch ass right. Period. Keep shooting that hole. I would have a rule. You're gonna shoot jumpers all fucking night. You come out here and score less than. I'll be like, look, KCP, you score less than 15, your bitch ass is gonna do 1,500 jump shots or some shit like that. Make them shoot more jumpers. Whatever they're struggling in, make them do more of it. Make them work on it. It's like you can't get better at something if you're not working on it. And they did not work on it. You're Frank Vogel. You see guys out here taking threes and not making them. Why not call timeout and tell they ass, look, Stop shooting this shit. Get to this fucking basket and be aggressive. Get aggressive. You know what I'm saying? If the shot ain't falling, stop taking the bullshit. Stop forcing passes. Play defense. Defense is here. You can't teach defense. You can teach team defense. When I'm talking about one-on-one defense, it's about how bad you want it. And these guys tonight, they didn't want it.
He had a lob to Drummond. He waits too long, throws it up. He does lazy passes.
And that's on Frank Vogel. Frank needs to do a better job of making sure guys are making the right plays at the right time and make sure they're making plays on time and at the right time.
He doesn't even extend his arms fully. He just like flips it up there. It becomes a turnover, points going the other way. Kuzma didn't play good, but I'm going to give him a pass. He's coming off of an injury, but I didn't like.
I'm not giving him a pass. If you're on the court, you don't get no fucking pass. Kuzma got to step his game up too. The whole team. But Frank ain't the right coach for this team. I keep telling folks that. Frank cannot coach. He can't. These guys could have gave more effort than what they gave. If we had Mark Jackson or Phil Jackson, they would have gave way more effort than what I just seen on the court. They gave lazy effort. Lazy. And what's the point of calling for a screen just to be lazy? The whole team tonight, lazy.
The way he was so tentative offensively, we needed him to take over tonight. I think he was like 1 for 7 from beyond the arc. That's not going to cut it. KCP's been a lot better. Wesley Matthews was bad shooting-wise. Defensively, he was decent, but I still think Ben McLemore should have been that guy, that got the bulk of the minutes, especially after.
And I said this when Ben McLemore first came to L.A., I'm like, Frank Vogel is going to kill Ben McLemore's confidence for the fact that he does not like playing Ben McLemore. His mindset is play Matthews. Matthews might have better defense, but Matthews can't make the fucking shot. We need shot makers. You know what I'm saying? You can play all the defense you want, but if you're not making shots, what are you doing on the basketball court? If you're not making no impact, like Wes Matthews makes no impact on offense. 0. Dennis Rodman was known for defending and rebounding, but Dennis Rodman made an impact on offense. Dennis Rodman's rebounding was an impact on offense. Wes Matthews makes no impact offensively. Why is he playing?
The last game, the way he played. But overall, guys, they out-hustled us. They played hard. They play excellent defense. We see now why they're so highly touted, because coach has them playing the right way. They played for each other. They made the right passes. They did everything they had to do, man. My man said Nets' awful defense made me kind of forget how much our offense struggles recently. In the half-court sets, when we're going up against a good defensive team without Bron and AD, we look like this sometimes.
Yep, our offense is below average without LeBron and AD on the court. Against any great defensive team, our offense is below average. I expect us to win the next game. The next game, we will win because they don't coach well over there, and that's a fact. I don't see us losing this game. I don't see it.
Obviously, the Nets' defense was trash, so we sliced and diced them. But we took care of the ball. That was the biggest difference between the Brooklyn game and the Knicks game. We turned the ball over. We took a lot of bad shots. Took too many threes. Then dropped to the rack. Playing lazy. Frank Vogel does not call timeouts when they need to be called. A timeout could change the whole ball game, but you have to make the proper adjustments. Like if I'm the coach and I see Montrezl getting cooked, I had to pull him out and put more size in there. You know what I'm saying? If I see Ben McLemore is cooking, why would I take him out and put in an ice cold Matthews? Or if I see KCP's playing like trash, why not take him out the game? If you see players are not playing well, take them out. Because that makes players want to play better. What makes a player want to play better is that if you're playing good and you get more playing time, you feel more confident about yourself. But Frank kills guys' confidence, and that's a fact. Take care of the ball. You can't be careless. Like that little half-court lob BS that Dennis threw to, I don't know who he was throwing it to. Nobody was even in the vicinity. I think it was to Kuz. That was bad, especially because the New York...
Forcing passes, just bad basketball by Dennis Schroder. The whole team, bro.
defense was set. It wasn't even like it was in transition. So little things like that are momentum killers. Then they come back the other way. Then he flops, gives Julius Randle a wide open layup. That's really like a 4-point switch right there.
Yep. And our team does way too much flopping. We have to stop making a habit of flopping because a lot of the times the ref's not going to always call a charge. A lot of times refs will call nothing, or they, you know what I'm saying? Either the ref will call a block, or you're going to give them a free basket. And Dennis Schroder has to stop that flopping shit. A lot of these players are flopping, but if you flop and the ref calls nothing, you giving them a free basket. So Frank needs to make sure that the guys are not doing too much flop. It's okay to flop, but at certain parts of the game, you shouldn't flop.
And every time you have to give credit to the Knicks because every time the Lakers made a run, hit a couple of threes, played some good defense, got out in transition, the Knicks came back and they made a run of their own. So they did what they had to do offensively. Again, Julius is a hybrid big man who I've been raving about all year for a reason, man. This guy's a beast. He finally developed into what I always consider Devontae Graham. They still have some big size in the paint. I mean, they got athletes, guys who posterizing people. They have rebounders. They have a little bit of everything. So that's going to be a team that we definitely have to not overlook either. And like I said, I knew tonight would be a grind, but dang.
Yep, next game's going to be very tough because they have a lot of high flyers. They have a lot of guys that can jump and get off the ground. If you're Frank Vogel, you have to play smart in this game because we can't lose back-to-back, dude. Like, come on.
Take care of the basketball better. But, you know, it becomes infectious. They start turning the ball over. Next thing you know, everybody else is getting careless. You know, it's unfortunate. It's almost like when you're a kid in class, right? And you see a kid at all, offensively, defensively, he did a little bit of a better job in the first half than in the second. In the first half, he was contesting shots, and it wasn't easy for them to come in the paint, right? But Drummond ended up with only 3 points and 10 rebounds and a block. So we need more than 3 points from Drummond. But again, that's up to our.
Yeah, Andre Drummond was not aggressive enough for me. I thought he didn't score. You know, he didn't want to be aggressive in the post and the paint. You know what I'm saying? Basketball is just about being aggressive, just wanting it, just having the hunger and desire for it. You know what I'm saying? And by Drummond scoring 3 points, that's pathetic.
Starts to get him involved. And sometimes Schroder doesn't read the floor well. This is why I'm critical of him. Sometimes he doesn't, sometimes he does. That was a nice pass, a nice pocket pass he gave to Drummond that he missed a dunk. But overall, like I gotta say, we just didn't come prepared tonight.
We got out hustled from the 1 through the 5 spot. None of our guys hustled on the rebounds or on defense or the offensive glass.